Mummy in a corn maze.
I was
am
thinking
out.
the same thing.
I am running
This,
through
this
the
is not
corn
fun anymore.
in the opposite direction.
That's
just
so
saying.
funny. I
Those
thought
are
the same
fun
thing.
little graphics. Okay. Hey, this weekend, some of Oregon's most accomplished musicians are being inducted into the Oregon Music Hall of Fame. And today we are congratulating guitarist Tommy Thayer, the spaceman from the iconic rock band KISS.
So cool. And Ken Boddy talked with the native Portlander about KISS and, of course, the Oregon Music Hall of Fame.
The guitarist, the spaceman for one of the most famous rock bands in history, KISS. Tommy Thayer, how are you?
Hey, Ken. Good to see you. Great to be here with you today.
You're on your end of the road tour right now, so is this really the end of the road for KISS?
Well, it really is. You know, the band, we want to go out while the band is still really on top of its game, you know, doing the very best shows that we've ever done, actually. This tour started actually at the beginning of 2019. And of course, with the COVID shutdown, and we were on hold for about a year and a half. So we just started up again a couple weeks ago, actually. And we just started doing it again. And we were actually in Portland the other night. Richfield up in Vancouver did the amphitheater there. It was a fantastic show. The crowd was amazing, actually. And I thought it was one of the best shows of the tour so far.
Now, KISS has won more gold albums than any other American rock band in history. I think you're right above Aerosmith. So how does this feel to be, you know, part of one of the most iconic rock bands in American history?
Well, it's an honor. I mean, I'm doing what every kid dreams of when they're a kid learning to play guitar, dreaming about being in one of the biggest, most iconic rock bands of all time. And I've somehow been able to achieve that myself. It's a great organization, a great band to be in. It's a great bunch of people. I've been the lead guitarist in KISS for almost 20 years now. And, you know, this has just been the thrill of my life.
So how did you get into KISS? How did you and KISS get connected?
Long story, we need to back up about 30 years. I had a band called Black and Blue that we actually, me and a bunch of guys from Portland started in the early 80s. And we worked in Portland, played some clubs for a couple years, but our dreams really were to get down into a bigger market and try to get a record deal and try to take it to another level. So we got down to LA in 1983, and lo and behold, after about 6 months, we were fortunate enough to get a major recording contract with Geffen Records. David Geffen signed us. And then we were off from there. We started doing records, making videos for MTV. And one of our first tours in 1985 was the opening act for KISS. And that's really where it all started, with me getting to know Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley and the other guys. And we just built an association and a relationship starting right then.
Your dad was one of the biggest military heroes that Oregon has ever seen, Brigadier General James Thayer. And I know that you've been here to raise money for the Oregon Military Museum, which will be named for him.
My father passed away about 3 years ago at 96, so he lived a full, you know, and very successful life. You know, he fought in World War II back in 1945 in Europe, went through some crazy experiences over there, but he was awarded the Bronze Star and the Silver Star for his gallantry. And he ended up as a brigadier general, as we know, and the Oregon Military Museum, which is almost finished out in Clackamas, was named after my father. But actually, before Dad passed, as a family, we decided he wanted to make it about all Oregon veterans and military personnel. So it's just going to be called the Oregon Military Museum, but we're going to have a bust in the entrance talking about my dad and his contributions to making the museum happen in the first place.
So what does it mean for you to be inducted into the Oregon Music Hall of Fame, where this all started?
I'm just, I'm really blown away, and to come back where it all started and be honored like this is just something else. And it's just, you know, it's exciting and just, I'm blown away, and it's a cool thing.
How cool, man.
I know.
Oh
It's
my
just so
gosh.
cool.
So Thayer's been with KISS for 20 years now. His previous band, Black and Blue, already in the Oregon Music Hall of Fame. So
not too bad. Not
quite
too
the
bad.
storied career.
And this year's induction ceremony is tomorrow, October 9th, at the Aladdin Theater in Southeast. Sometimes when those types of stories where I'm blown away when you have a name as big as Tommy Thayer, and you're like, oh, he's one of us. He grew up right in our backyard. It's fascinating to me.
Yeah,
What a
awesome to
talent.
learn about his family, and I love all the 80s hair, by the
Yeah,
way.
still
I
looks
love
like
it.
if you saw him on the street, you go, oh, he's probably a member of KISS. Like he just nails it.
Very, very cool. All right, hey, it's 8:10. Coming up next on AM Extra, one of America's most iconic celebrity chefs is leaving the Food Network. We're going to take a look at what's next for Bobby Flay.
All right, no more beating Bobby Flay on the Food Network, huh? All right, well, so much to cover about with Adele.